Glad to have you along from Evanston, Illinois, Ryan Field. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Washington Huskies and the Northwestern Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and we are keeping a close eye on the weather, along with help from Holly Rowe.
This is a bright and beautiful day, but I can tell you the temperature is chilly. Not always used to these kind of temperatures here. They are ready to have some heaters on the sideline. I see players trying to warm their hands. Particularly important for the wide receivers. They do have gloves on, and the quarterbacks trying to keep their hands warm. We'll see how it impacts the passing game here today. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. And he's not going to take the touchback. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Huskies offense has the ball first today. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Give to the running back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to Washington. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Washington. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow, he is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this.
Caught, and he's got room. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Driving forward, it's Washington. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Throwing, Williams. They're all over him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Got his man. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run it with Washington. And he's in! Touchdown, Washington! They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Northwestern, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to back it.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Turns into the pile. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Northwestern will send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. The give to the back. He's got the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Williams. Quick completion on the out. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Right at the line. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. 4th down, Williams. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. And the Huskies are moving quickly down the field. Play fake, Williams. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a...
Snags it, and there's running room. Dragged down.
Man, quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Williams. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. 3rd down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the 4th down.
Williams to throw for it on 4th. Bought a little time. Lets it go. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You can tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
They put the brakes on him.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Williams on the play fake. Fires it down the seam. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Bringing it back. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Got out of trouble and throws. Finds the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Quarterback keep. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He'll take a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern!
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Turning it on! And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. He now has 79 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season. Play action with Williams. Moving to his left. Going to try to get it himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Tells the run, wants to pass. Buying time to his right. He's got it and still on his feet. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeps it on the ground. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
Shoots it to the left. Caught, it's Farrell. Flying down the left side. The 30, the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Northwestern.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Huskies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Here's Williams to throw. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. He's got it. Finds a crease at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Huskies. Extra point here will tie the game.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
2nd and long here. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, it's Osborne. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
2nd down, going to throw it. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. There he goes down the right side. At the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. The defense putting points on the board.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Powers through the defender. There he goes. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Northwestern right back to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
At the 45 on his way. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Look out! Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right? Score a touchdown, go try to get a rest on the sideline. It feels like you blink.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Wildcats! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Throwing, Williams. On the move. He's going to run it. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Left side is Washington. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Williams rushes on. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. The Northwestern offense ready to go on the attack. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. First play of this drive. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Farrell. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. The Wildcats use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Wildcats!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Washington's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, this is the moment his defense has to get organized. They have been a little problematic here in this first half, giving up too many points. And now, with the opponents getting the ball to start the second half, they do not want that momentum and a positive offensive output right here to change this game. He said our defense has to make a statement and make a stand, and it starts right now. Back to you.
All right, Holly. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run him again. Pass to 6. At the 40, there he goes. Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown, Wildcats. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get to the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. On the move, he fires. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Long way to go on second down. Play fake, Williams. Moves to his right. He's going to take off. At the 45 on his way. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Here's a give to Washington. He's past the sticks. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. He is having a day putting up numbers in a Myles Gaskin kind of way.
Yeah, just showing you a little bit of everything. But these are the kind of guys, man, when you find them, you feature them, you give them the ball as many ways as you can because he's got that dynamic playmaking ability that can make people miss and hit home runs.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen. But did you see how fast the safety came screaming down? He saw that thing coming from a mile away. He's able to make a big-time stop.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Fires downfield. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. Tough run here. It's Washington. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Washington wants to go quickly. He's changing the play. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Huskies.
I mean, they didn't reinvent football in this drive. That was really impressive watching him just go down the field methodically, running the football a bunch and finally punching it in. David, we saw the turnovers throwing the ball in the first half. They decided just to come out here in the second half now and just get back to the basics, and it really paid off for them.
I'm about to say, it's more of a necessity, right? Like this offense wasn't really good through the air. What do they do best? Pound the football. And it's not like we're not getting movement up front. This offensive line is doing a good job. And if they want to get back in this football game, you got to like the start right here in the second half. Like early in the second half, showing that you are physical and that you can still run the football even though you're trailing.
Motion from the back. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Fires to the big fella. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they got it at the 45.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the catch. It's Osborne. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Off play action on 1st down. Fires on the move. Just gets rid of that one.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He's got him this time. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking for a crease. It's Osborne. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Tight end now in motion. Just feeds the running back. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. With this game all but wrapped up, let's take a look at the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country getting late in the season, and a loss like this one is doubtless going to hurt your position. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Williams. They're working that left side. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
They'll flip it out to the back of the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Here's Williams to throw. In traffic, it's Ship. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's 1st down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He'll get rid of it, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Huskies.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the 2nd half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Drops back on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point.
What a massive play for the offense, and sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it, the receiver shows off his speed, they make the catch, and it's not just a big 1st down, it's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Williams. trying to make magic with his feet. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
I got to be honest, I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs. And
runs through a man, and he might have some space. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
I love when offenses see defenses and read them. Nice job. Defenses sitting back on 3rd and long, playing soft coverage.
Makes the grab in their space. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And that play works because the QB did an unbelievable job. He's going through his progressions. He's sitting in the pocket, and he sees, man, a lot of space out to his right. I get the ball to my playmaker, and he does the rest. This is what's so fun about him. He's going to make the catch. He's going to make people miss, use his speed to make big plays.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Give to the single back. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. Washington right back to the line. On 3rd down, here's Washington. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it's 4th and short, and you're sort of in no man's land at this point near midfield. I think if you're on offense here, you're going to have to go for it. You're going to have to show confidence in your guys to get it done and go get you the win.
Under pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covering him downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on 4th down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Hits inside. It's Osborne. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll ride him again. They've got him corralled. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you.
He's loose on the right. And he's finally down, sliding in safely after the huge pickup.
And that is a massive play by the quarterback and great understanding of the situation, knowing if I can find a way to get a 1st down, this game is over. QB scrambles around, nobody open, David, but he does it with his legs and gets the W for his team.
And I'm not surprised whose hands they put the ball in. This is
looking for the end zone. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Wildcats. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Williams finds his big tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to...
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Turning it on. He's at the touchdown, Northwestern. And they turn it into a defensive score. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And here's the return. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Williams. Holds on. It's Ship. Oh, what a cut. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Turns it upfield. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Washington.
One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback changing the play. Here's Williams to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and...
A shot toward the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. A hostile environment can have a major